So, you launched the Vox station into space. That probably took slightly more effort than dropping it on a town and killing a bunch of people. Give yourself a pat on the back.
All right. Back after I haven't played for 5 days or so, so let me get my bearings here first. Okay. Endpoints End, which is kind of like the last quest for Marisol. Confront Erickrite Bryn at point of obviation. Nicholas Bryn's trail leads to a long abandoned research lab on Eden. Find her and determine how to crouch pursuit of Ujo's research. Right. You want to make sure that the research isn't widely spread. And so this person took some with them.
Whatever your honorarium, it is well deserved.
This is a new area.
Don't know who you all are, but unexpected guests are categorically unwelcome here. How'd you even find this place? Maybe I should just shoot you and glean details from your logs.
Ah, Exemplar, if I may. Surely you recognize such a notable member of our cohort, Marisol Delgado. The Endpoint?
I can't recall if I ended whoever came up with that name. Surely hope so.
You were head causality intercessor of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection, right up till the end, correct?
More or less.
Well, what a fortuitous alignment of low probability events this is. Our efforts here are based on your former department. You should confer with Anchoress Brun straight away.
Say, when the Anchoress first arrived, was she caked in someone else's blood?
No. As the brain of this operation, she usually leaves that sort of work to Exemplar Southworth here.
They're right.
Anchoress Brun caked in blood. That's quite amusing. But no, I escorted her here myself, and surely would have noticed. We actually sought to find you and others of your program, Intercessor Delgado. A serendipitous event, you arriving. Nonetheless, I'd ask you to follow certain precautions. Will you heed all requests and vouchsafe for your colleagues here? Them being unknown to us and all.
We'll mind our manners, Exemplar. I'll see to it.
Then, you may all proceed. You'll find Wilhelmina up the lift, 4th floor.
Welcome to Point Obviation.
Point Obviation.
Anchoress Brun is continuing Anais' research from Winter's Grass. I'm sure of it. Best play along for now, until we can ascertain the best course of action.
She's got the right of it. There's far too many guards for us to take on alone.
Yeah. There isn't. Take these idiots.
Oh, is that Marisol?
The Endpoint herself. I thought she was a myth.
Let's be on our best behavior. Don't even breathe.
Exactly. Show us some respect. Alright, let's see what this is all about. There's so many enemies here, of course. It looks like it could happen that we have to fight our way out of this.
Look,
Though I don't want to.
It's the Endpoint. Come to join us, I take it.
I do have a unique interest in what you all are doing here.
Because I don't want to lose any, standing with the order. Let's see what the fuck's going on here.
I am a longtime vocal exponent of your work, Intercessor Delgado. Hope you don't mind me saying. Go on up. You're expected.
Yeah.
Quite unusual, ain't it? How the Order treats their most respected mathematicians like Auntie treats her employees.
Orb of Pondering. Well of Orbital Redirection. Orb of Greater Pondering. Meteorological Attunement Apparatus. They can forecast an optimal day for Mars. Scope of Autrospection. Augury Focus Device.
Yeah.
Abu Jones.
Oh, who's this? Oh, yes, I remember you. We met earlier at the site of my former seclusion. I've heard much of your exploits since. If I recall correctly, you helped me prove my argument that pacifism always presents the best options. I admit I have modified that opinion slightly since then. I understand your actions led to Seer Wiley's unfortunate demise. Such a bright boy, such promise. And as for you, I've been informed that you're Marisol Delgado. I've read your file. An impressive body of work, though often quite mortiferously inclined.
Less so over time. There were too many pesky repercussions, I came to find.
Yes, well, to what do we owe the pleasure? Are you familiar with our goals? Come to join up, perhaps, or should I say re-enlist?
We came here after finding Anchorite Chow's body and your manifesto posted nearby. Oh, let's go with the last one.
A truly unfortunate accident. I had posted my disputation and stated my intention to leave. We argued heatedly. Objects were thrown. She stumbled and fell badly.
I don't know.
We try to honor her loss. Such tragedy only underlines the importance of our endeavors here. Each day the equation remains unsolved. Countless more tragedies occur. We must succeed at the soonest possible haste. You saw the disputation, though. Tell me, what did you think? You read it, yes?
It suffered a woeful absence of both title sheet and Oxford commas. Remind me the rest.
You're right, it did. Normally I'm the soul of fastidiousness, I assure you. I hope you can forgive my unconscionable error as I summarize my main points.
We'll overlook it this one time. Go on.
Surely you're aware of the myriad errors of our current presiding bishop and previous regime. One of whom shut down the division that operated here, the other squandered it. Our sect aims to end human suffering
Sect.
sooner than later. We've taken great inspiration from your former department, from their methods and their science. To solve the universal equation in our lifetime requires bold action, clever calculation, and assiduous work.
How did you end up here from the monastery? Exemplar South was involved, yes?
Yes, we have Grace, that is Exemplar Southworth, to thank for that. Her visits to the Anchorhold were quite thought-provoking, as was the research she showed me from Sia Bujold. Bujold's thinking was unconventional, ahead of her time. Why, in fact, she's here with us now today, overseeing an experiment that proves her researchers' theories.
Really? Seer Bujold is here, at present, in this facility? The one we're presently standing in?
How unexpected. Now, how long has Sia Bujold been working here?
Not long at all. We reached out to her on Cloister. She agreed to join us immediately. If you thought her work before was captivating, wait until you hear the experiment she's overseeing now. The intent is to represent the building blocks of the universe within a test chamber, then extrapolate data revealing the universal equation from the micro-universe that forms.
Sounds like it could change everything, one might say.
Why, you should go see for yourself. As former colleagues, I'm sure you'd like to reacquaint. Go on. I'll call down to let her know you're coming.
She's just downstairs.
Yes, she's monitoring the experiment. I'll have elevator access unlocked so you can join her. Do please stay in the observation area, though. The work is quite delicate. We'll speak further after you check over Sia Bujold's work and the experiment concludes. Oh, so exciting.
I said before that she was somehow doing something, right? I did say that. But then I thought she wasn't. I don't know. Kind of confusing.
How much longer do you predict preparations will take?
Almost ready. Perfect timing for my former colleague to peer review my work. I'll
Oh, she's here to help.
verify my settings. Thereupon we will begin.
Splendid.
Possible. Well, I'm a bit at a loss.
Head Intercessor Delgado, what an opportune time for you to appear. At the perfect moment to assist our experiment.
What in the endless void are you?
Shh. Comms off, but others are near. I need your aid before this ridiculous affair careens into disaster. Can I rely on you this time? Or will you already intend on scurrying away again?
What are you even doing here?
I came to derail this line of inquiry in such a discommodious way that no one would ever consider trying it again. For all the aforementioned reasons of it likely causing, or at least queuing up and leading to, the end of all things. You chose to leave me behind, again. So when they came calling, I thought it an opportunity to sort it all myself. Yet, admittedly, at this moment, I could use your assistance.
This shouldn't be your burden. It's on me.
You don't get to decide that, or adjudicate, or coolly comment in a steely growl. Not falling for that a 10th time. Help, or stay out of my way.
Of course we'll help.
The test involves 4 stations. Each represents one of the fundamental building blocks of the universe. Zeranium gas, macro-evs, nucleons, N-rays. All the usual stuff.
As everyone
That
knows.
test chamber is where all are meant to mix. To simulate a mini-universe I can apply my theories to, pull data from, and deduce the universal equation in a reduced time frame. We know what happens if that's successful. So I need you to muck with each station's settings, then initiate the experiment.
What exactly does muck with entail?
All you need to do is adjust each station's settings slightly. Things will cascade from there. Remember, subtlety is required.
Yes, if we alter the experiment input data in a less than delicate fashion, Brun will notice, I assure you.
The guards on the 2nd floor won't appreciate visitors, so avoid getting spotted. Here's a maintenance key. Head down the vent. It's only the fate of the galaxy.
Okay.
So perhaps.
Ah, it's a fucking sneaking operation. I already hate it.
What the? Something wrong back there? Hello?
Aggressors in range.
Path to ascendancy is known.
Always imperious. Pre-configured servers on hand ready to be sent.
Hostile in proximity.
I'm no tenured archivist, but that sounds dangerously unstable. Oh well. Anyone else hear that? No? Oh, just me then, I see. Obviously, something.
Terminating unproductive activity.
POS panel. This panel connects to the microwave. Do not attempt to override the system. Alternate wattage. Can also just use fucking this.
I trust that is the sound of science going exceptionally well.
Ideal setting 300p per meter. Seemingly infinite time, maximum zero flow is absolutely required for the highest probability of X-ray success. If the flow is less than 500 per minute, test results will be entirely skewed. 400. I mean, it shouldn't like. If I only take one off, that should be enough. Enrays must be fired continuously. Fail safe measures that maintain stream are accessible in the ventilation shafts. Failure of a single fail safe could be acceptable. If it's necessary to temporarily interrupt the stream, use a fail safe in the room and not the one in the bar. Okay. We've changed everything. Let's way up.
If you're done, evaluating my work and all settings are final, enter the terminal command to void the oxygen from the test chamber. The experiment will then begin.
Did it work? Did it work? See, was it a success? What happened?
Hold the applause just yet. I need to run the numbers. I'm sending the others back up to you. They can describe the proceedings in detail.
I shall await their arrival. Anchor's Brun out. That is how these messages end, yes? If not, farewell.
The results of the experiment will be a career-ending embarrassment for Anchoress Brun. But she won't accept this lightly. We'll need to do more.
Yes, our next steps here will be crucial. I know this type of mission well. Granted, my targets were always meticulously well-researched beforehand.
You'll need to convince her, destroy her logic, end this research for good.
How the fuck are we supposed to do that? That's the answer I would say too.
All it requires is a forceful array of incisive argumentation, logical reasoning, coercive persuasion, and cognitive contortioning.
I don't even understand
One
half
of
of
our
it.
old brain-off maneuvers? Really? That's what the rank and file in our old department used to call it. Provost Bolding considered it a casual moniker unbefitting of an order scientician.
Make Brun give up on science, logic, and reason entirely. Then no one will ever dare continue the research again. Between you and Marisol, it should be a light challenge. Easy.
None of that sounds particularly easy.
A brain-off against an Order anchorite isn't entirely without risk. We could employ certain other methods to deal with her. From our former department's playbook.
Oh, yes, a book you wrote titled Making an Execution Look Like an Accident. Despite the moral quandary ideally involved, unseen consequences still abound.
That's hyperbolic at best. Data suggests significantly fewer unpredicted outcomes than outright murder, if properly executed. And I'm quite capable of skewing results in our favor.
And here I thought you'd begun to change.
Seen folk wrestle with logic, but not box with logic. I'm ready for a show.
Let's convince Anchor Osborne she's an utter failure. Try to leave her alive.
Thank you for listening. That's a relief.
Honestly, I'm relieved as well. I am. I have been trying to be different. From the person others believe me to be.
From the legend? If you're retiring as the endpoint, we'll need to find you a colorful new sobriquet.
Any advice?
Typical argumentation may prove useless, and she'll likely see through most attempts at deception. Be clever, unpredictable, surprise her. But in the event you should fail, you'll need a viable backup plan, or it will erase any chance of success completely. The Anchorus is housed in a test chamber similar to this one. It's been refurbished with some rather tacky furniture, but much of the old experimental apparatus remains. There is a hatch near the elevator upstairs. An external ledge leads to a vent system that can connect the two chambers. Doing so will expose the Anchorus to a lethal atmosphere. I'll need to make an announcement afterward that an accident has occurred tied into the experiment.
For an extemporaneous plan, it's not a bad one. What if the Anchoress realizes what we're doing and calls for help?
I'll cut off her comms when she begins pleading. Oh, that sounds even more heartless when I say it out loud. Please choose wisely. Here's the hatch key in case you need it. May all your endeavors elicit expected results. And Marisol, do keep it.
All right. Let's see if we can be clever and surprise her in a brain off. Although I doubt it. Oh, I mean, we have the professor in the lucky, and we have science really high.
There you are. You saw the experiment through to the end, yes? The data hasn't arrived yet, so please do tell. Was it as beautiful as I imagined? Any inklings to the result? Or perhaps I oughtn't to have recloistered myself till after the experiment concluded, Well, don't just stand there. Tell me everything.
I hate to break it to you, but the experiment failed spectacularly.
What? No. It couldn't. Wait. Let's start from the beginning. Step me through your understanding of what's gone awry.
The experiment was deeply flawed on a conceptual level.
Really? In what way?
Let's use dumb. There was too much machinery, way too many buttons and levers.
I fail to see how. Well, I suppose one could argue the test was inordinately complex, and with overmuch intricacy, errors are bound to occur. This was just a start. Such models typically make an enormous amount of errors at first. All quite expected, an anticipated setback, nothing more. It simply needs to be revised and refined. You certainly seem to be making a lot out of this, though, one must say.
Science and brilliant. You didn't seek disconforming evidence. Your approach was just a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Well, methodologically speaking, I don't see how that could... Oh. That may be true, actually. Look, there may be some validity to some of your points, yes. But we'll improve. We will continue to stride forward. There's absolutely no need for all this doom and gloom.
Improving the model and methodology won't fix the underlying research being bad science.
Why, I'm shocked. I'm certainly glad Sir Bujold isn't present to hear such a needlessly provocative and deplorable accusation. There is no call for that sort of meanness in the scientific field. and I can personally attest that it is categorically untrue. Now, is that all? Because I think I've had enough of all this. Everything we've done here is built off Seer Bujold's research, which is quite brilliant.
If you like poor statistical approaches, ineffective operationalization, and unwarranted conclusions.
It sounds like you have some expertise in the field and have scrutinized her work quite thoroughly. Mayhap I ought to give it another look. Ah, the experiment data just arrived in my terminal. Allow me to eyeball it a moment. Perhaps there's something here to help prove or disprove any of what you've been saying. There was some variance to the input data. Not far beyond acceptable parameters, but curious. Could explain the failure.
This sounds within the margin of error. I maintain that the underlying science is off.
Oh, come. One bad test wouldn't mean the science is completely flawed. This has been a difficult conversation. Challenging, disputatious, at times compelling. Yet I remain unswayed.
If I may, I have a point I'd like to add. There's a critical flaw in Seer Bujold's approach I think best illustrated by this English phrase. Time flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like a banana. I much appreciate this jest. Very simple, yet clever. Because in English, the word like can mean similar to or I prefer. And flies can be to soar, or plural of the insect. Through this perspective, it functions, makes sense, is humorous even. But in another language where words' meanings differ slightly, it does not. The framework we interpret the statement from changes, thus rendering it uninterpretable. False. Bujold's method of shortcutting the universal equation is much the same.
It lacks context. When you extrapolate the data from the mini-universe to the larger one, the information itself may scale correctly, but fail to interrelate. This little colloquy has proven rather arduous, and your points fail to... Wait. Considered as a whole... Damn it. No, I see it now. You are correct. We have obstinately and misguidedly blundered along here. The flaws in Bujold's research now seem apparent. Time for me to admit my errors. I'll need to inform everyone. Shut down research and operations. What will I do now? There's no place for me. Go. Leave me be.
Our work here is done, it seems.
Okay.
Fellow scholars of the Order, this is Anchorus Byrne with an unfortunate announcement. Our experiment today was a failure. Our line of inquiry has proven intrinsically flawed. I became dazzled by bold, captivating ideas and ignored bad science. I am hereby canceling all related research, shuttering the program, and resigning from the Order. If I have any final advice to impart to all of you, it is this: never follow your hearts.
I don't know if that's good advice. Also, she seemed very calm doing all of this, which I admire. Like that's really good. I mean, it's really very good of them to actually follow up with what they say they will do. So that's amazing, right? A lot of other people would have just made excuses and said no, still go ahead, just because I want it to be true. My bias. But yeah, no, that was cool.
I understand now why they say never meet your heroes, Intercessor Delgado. You've truly been an enormous disappointment. A key experiment fails and Anchorus Brun abandons vital research right after you and your consort arrive. And we are all to believe these events were unrelated?
That's circumstantial and more than a mite bit paranoid. I expect better from an Order scientician. Even one from the Department of Applied Scientism.
Don't think I don't see your handprints all over this, Delgado.
Think long and hard before accusing a former preemptive causal redirection intercessor.
It's her association with that department that has me suspicious here. Suppose you'll claim this was all just coincidence. A misaligned series of mishaps that simply appear to be your fault.
A biased tendency towards facts confirming a hypothesis can lead to faulty decision making.
Oh, listen to you. You could almost pass for a member of the Order. Yet, the greater facts of this matter remain unevinced. And I remain unconvinced.
While Joe's work was dangerous, her own calculations prove it reliably leads to disaster.
Wait, you're serious? That's why you all are actually here? Why you did what you did? Your methodology is straight out of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection. That means our goals were contrary to the grand plan. Yes, we'll shut things down here. Go on, get going. I promise we'll all keep quiet. Fellow exemplars of the Order, stand down.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, that was some good arguing. Reckon you'd give Auntie's litigation team a run for their bits.
That's it then?
Yes, well
the project
done,
is over.
Commander.
The
And
secrets
Ais
of
will
the
be
universe
pleased.
forever beyond our grasp.
Alright, there's Anais. And then we'll have this all done.
Oh, look who it is. The legendary former head intercessor of the Order. Another mission successfully completed. Made it through all that without a scratch, hmm? Glad to see. Here's a future I'd always hoped for. You listened. Didn't just rush in like, I am Marisol Delgado. I am always right, even when I'm wrong.
The credit or blame belongs to the commander here. It was their decision, ultimately.
You forget I know you. You always thought you knew better. No one could ever convince you of anything. Before, that is. Good to see. Maybe you are facing yourself.
There are a few things I'm still not used to saying. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Please. And thank you. But thank you, Anais.
At any rate, I'm off. You all take care now. Marisol, don't be too enigmatic or anything. Try. Before I forget. Meant to give you this earlier.
Oh, thank you, Anais. Goodbye.
Guess we never know what happened to Anchor's Chow.
Oh, Brunn obviously murdered her. Thought you knew that. Perhaps it was an accident. Perhaps she simply wanted to knock Chow unconscious so she could sneak away. Or not. Indefinite immurement isn't for everyone. Even the finest minds may crack under the strain. But her canned feigned concern about Chow, how she kept changing the subject, both belied an underlying sense of guilt to me.
It? And you sure you're doing alright after that?
Oh, not really. Not yet, at any rate. Everything's a bit raw right now. But suppose I will be. Thank you, dear.
Might take some time for Marisol to see yet, but I reckon this was the best possible outcome. There's always another way. Now she knows that too.
Cool.
Commander, it's customary to evaluate results after a mission of reasonable significance. Would now be good? I've had some time to cogitate over what occurred at Point Obviation. Some parts don't sit right with me still. Wonder if you and I might talk it through.
You start thinking about what happened to Anchorite Brunn?
A bit, yes. With the work I used to do, I'm no stranger to guilt and regret. Midway into my requisite sleep cycle is when it usually plagues me the most. With Anchor's Brunn, I know what we did was right. I know it saved lives. But we tricked her. Forced her to doubt her mind. You heard her. She's not just dissuaded. We broke her. And yet, such actions were par for the course for me in the past. When my remorse for Brunn rears its head, it will need to get in line.
Any blame for Anchor's Brunn's fate should fall on her and that exemplar.
Southworth was complicit, yes. Though she's alive, I believe we've squashed her reviving my old department. Struck me as little more than a functionary with a gun, truth be told.
At least we won't have to worry about the universe ending now, for that reason that is.
Well, one hopes. According to Anais, we greatly reduced the likelihood of that occurring. It's not zero, but completing the brain off lowered the chance significantly.
Now that sometimes is past, how are you feeling about how you left things with Anais?
She seemed pleased that we listened to her concerns, so I've changed, apparently. Thanks to you.
But it's all yours.
No. There's plenty of credit and blame to go around. It's been a while since anyone gave me a good talking to like Anais did. And I'll admit your influence has been rather positive. I'm pleased with the path I'm on now. I didn't think this is what the plan had in store for me. I've been facing myself with the same zeal I face my enemies. With tidier results. Appreciate you taking the time to talk it over, Commander.
Energy dispersal. Alright, energy dispersal. After using her ability, you immediately refill some of your gadget energy. Oh, we have a few new ones. Alright, Tristan. Tristan also gained a flamethrower. Okay, meta. Flamethrower sounds cool. Also, charge attack a bit, blah, blah, blah. Oh. Righty. So, we'll do this quest here. And this is basically the next quest for the border. And we just basically, we'll just fight our way through the Protectorate forces. I have no problemo with that.
This is Protectorate territory, all right. Ain't looking to instigate anything, Commander. But if these bastards make any threat on my person, no promises.
We're not good. We're completely hostile to the Protectorate anyway, so all good. We're on the same boat.
Target analyzed. Personnel.
Why the heck did my shield not activate? Yeah, I have a feeling my shield didn't activate for some reason. I have this auto shield that should activate once I go down to what percentage it is. Right. All right, retrieve data. We just have to head back to Cloister.
Loath as I am to compliment the enemy, that's one damn impressive tower. Seizing that as a prize would change everything.
Oh, we're going to jump straight into Laplace's garden.
I look forward to the reclamation of the Hyperion web. Hopefully you shall facilitate that. Now, how might we be of use to one another?
Crash satellite found. Information retrieved. Here you are.
Yes! Excellent! Take that, reductionists! Your horrid little surveillance devices shall finally be used for what their purpose should have been! Don't tell anyone about that outburst, please. Here's something to keep you quiet.
Nothing quite so exciting as reclaiming deferred academia.
Not by a factor of thousands. You'll have to tell me about your scholastic experiences someday, colleague. I've informed the presiding bishop you're coming to speak with her. She can be found in the room off the main stairwell. I'm sure I don't need to say this. But if you even think about bringing harm to Ruth, I shall know. Be on your very, very best behavior.
Beautiful. Schön. Noch nicht die richtige Einstellung gefunden. Noch nicht die richtige Einstellung. All right, we have 3 quests to talk to her, right? So we have this one. This is to make peace between Auntie's Choice and the Order. This one here should be finishing anyway. We need to talk to her, and then this one is to get her to help us with the attack on the archive.
Ah, you've made such progress moving us toward an Order Auntie's Choice alliance. Everything seems to be going according to the plan so far. But we approach a critical juncture. When you go in to speak with the presiding bishop, please raise the issue with her. I assure you this is the correct thing to do. For yourself, for us, for Arcadia. If you continue working for the Order alone, it will likely burn any possible bridge with Auntie's Choice. So this is our last and only chance.
I understand. I'll bring it up with Ruth.
Farewell. I would say good luck, but I put no stock in chance. Only probability. May the plan favor us against long odds.
Okay. It's actually saved because I'm not quite sure if I understand that correctly.
The Order has always proclaimed patience as a virtue, but I am pleased my waiting is finally at its endpoint. For so long, you have only existed as numerical values on a chart. A bright star in a constellation of possibilities, as it were. Now with your arrival, the Order nears the totality of its goals, provided you are willing to stay aligned with our cause.
I'm not making any commitment until I know what those goals are.
Prudent. Now then, I gather you already know who I am, but science has shown that good manners strengthen developing relationships by 5.3%. So, allow me to introduce myself. I am Ruth Bassar, 3rd Presiding Bishop of the Order of the Ascendant, Supreme Calculator, and, plan willing, the architect of Arcadia's prosperous future.
Quite the entrance. What is that machine you're in?
My sensory deprivation chamber.
Nice.
I spend the majority of my days closed inside the silence, dulling myself against the tedious excesses of the body and mind.
Why in the world would you want to do that?
Want no longer factors into my decisions, but I can see how that might confuse one of such spirited bearing. I am using the chamber to prepare for a test of significant endurance. I think it best to leave the discussion there for now.
It's an honor to meet you.
I admit, when I sent my initial message, I did not exactly know who its recipient would be. But I trusted the plan, and lo and behold, it provided you as the solution. Your recent exploits at Greater Tranquility Station have certainly made for compelling reading material. Confronting an assassin, and thereby sparing the delegates' lives before the rift inexplicably destroyed the station? Such a commendable effort is worthy of acknowledgement.
Anyone else would have done the same.
If your actions were so easily imitable, then we would not be speaking right now. Accept the credit. However, there's something of even greater import we must discuss. It's recently come to my attention that secret communications have been exchanged between Laplace's garden and the undisputed claim. Do you know anything about that?
Working with Gertie and Alden to negotiate a truce between you and Auntie. Oh, that's so. Vicar Levin has expressed a desire to resume negotiations.
I should have known. Vicar Levin has made this appeal to me at least thrice since his return. He really cannot accept a solution he did not devise.
Levin has built a strong framework for peace. You shouldn't be afraid to use it.
Levin's methodology is usually faultless, and it would be a pity to scrap so much fine preparatory work. I will put the question to you one final time. Are you certain you would rather pursue this path than work exclusively with the Order? There will be no future option to reconsider.
I think like a fusion between the Order and the Auntie would be really interesting. I would like to see what happens with that. I hope the boss bet yes.
Then I will endeavor to bring that vision to fruition, if the plan wills it. A true in-person meeting between myself and Auntie could never take place due to the security risks. But perhaps a remote conference could be a viable alternative. The odds of you persuading Auntie Cleo to agree are unfavorable. But the math does improve if you have greater standing within her corporation.
I'll do whatever it takes.
Once you have met with Auntie, instruct her to send me a communique. We can finesse the details of a conference then. My time is yours, for the moment.
How does one become presiding bishop?
Oh, the Laureate Council simply draws a name out of a hat.
Can I put my name in?
You could, but I fear you will be a long time waiting for the next selection. I have no intention of shuffling off this mortal coil anytime soon. In reality, I was recommended for my position by the preceding bishop. Paired with my skills as a seer, I was the natural choice when it came time for the council to vote.
Sounds like you were more anointed than elected.
Thank you for that charitable assessment. My predecessor, presiding Bishop Orlo, and I had a close working relationship. He knew I possessed the skills and temperament for the role. I counted him a friend. Orlo shared with me his doubts about the Order's partnership with the Protectorate, the compromises made. He had many such regrets at the end of his life.
Do you think Orlo would approve of everything you've done as bishop?
Likely not. But it is the responsibility of every student to surpass their mentor in understanding and sentiment. And I can reliably assert that I have done that.
That's up to others. We went to a lot of trouble to recreate Eden's conditions here on Cloister. Why?
Call it proof of concept. Laplace's garden is more than its aesthetic. It offers a vision of a future free from the despotic rule of narrow-minded jingoists, where the fruit of the plan can finally ripen. It saddens me to see the garden so despoiled by our wartime presence. But with the loss of Spirton, Necessity dictated we quarter here in the interim.
Thanks for taking the time.
May you achieve progress in accordance with the plan.
Failed to cite her work completely. I worked with presiding Bishop Orlo, you know. Now there was a serious scientician.
Welcome back, Agent. Is there some evaluation I can do for you?
I meant to ask you before the role of the Order played and what happened at Horizon Point.
As I told you in my message, a splinter group was responsible for recruiting your fellow agent and tasking her to perpetrate that heresy. The conviction of those radicals was such that they elected to perish from exposure to Cloister's wilderness to avoid fouling their predictions and my interference. Their interpretation of the data was at odds with mine. I forbade them taking action, to no avail, obviously. I disavowed their actions then, as I do now.
Miles.
Okay. A wise leader is always open to constructive criticism. May you...
Oh.
I believe our group's combined efforts are in direct accordance with the plan.
Righty. Da. Okay, so we have to foster a truce between the two of them before they will help me fight the Order. Maybe though, we can get some extra entry too.
Let's pinpoint what you and I can accomplish for the Order. I scarcely take time to engage in idle conversation, but perhaps this will be illuminating in some fashion.
Think of the presiding bishop.
I have nothing but respect for Ruth. Without her guidance, the Order may never have found the strength to dissolve its protectorate bonds. If I had to dig for the smallest critique, I'd note that she shoulders too much. If she collapses beneath the strain, the Order will be rudderless. This we cannot afford.
What's that broken contraption on the table in front of you?
Specifically, a phlogistinated firearm, capable of tunneling through reinforced armor. Broadly, weaponry, research, anything capable of giving our exemplars an edge.
I know my way around guns. Pretty sure I can fix that.
Great. I was just thinking, I'd love for a stranger to come along and patronize me so I could blindly hand them experimental Order technology.
You know anything about people in Laplace's garden being drugged via the water supply?
Who told you about that? Were there an experiment being conducted here involving any kind of medicament? Confirming its existence would compromise it. The theoretical existence or non-existence of Order experiments are strictly within the Order's purview. It doesn't concern you.
Okay. I make a job of concerning myself with things that don't concern me.
You are giving me cranial neuralgia. If you really want to bother someone about this, bother Beckett. Maybe he'll predict your arrival. I generally prefer to keep discussions relevant.
Alright, what we're gonna do is continue with this quest where we get them to hopefully have peace. Now I have no points in speech, so I am a bit concerned that I'm actually not able to do this at all. But let's see. Oh, I have 1 point here available. Basically, the AC has undisputed claim, so this is the one point we haven't been to yet. Flagship of Monty's choice, the undisputed claim has everything an interstellar corporation needs in a spacefaring home office. Executive suites, meeting rooms, barracks, hangar bays, medical facilities, upscale dining, downscale dining, nightlife, even a bustling shopping center, value-added esplanade. It looks a bit like a mantis. I would have expected something different.
This is Anti-Cleo, offering a warm welcome to all visiting Auntie's Choice employees, affiliates in training, and ethically gray consultants who labor with to a side. We took what nature heedlessly assembled and
Where'd you learn how to weld, anyway? Some fly-by-night indentured internship?
I'm a self-taught, self-taught. What's your excuse?
Artificiality is our guiding principle. Enjoy an artificially
Yeah.
enhanced
There's no bounties here, so I'm not sure. I should have a... I don't have any bounty. My god, this is so annoying.
That don't name you employee of the fiscal court.
Welcome to your new role as Site Sanitation Manager, Doc.
And we're up to me?
These rats are due for Eden. Where are the ones bound for Praetor? Wait, these cages are empty. Where's the rat handler in charge? Hey, you haven't seen any loose raptidons running around, have you?
Just got here though.
Unbelievable. Last time I got stuck with the blame for someone else's ineptitude, I got demoted 2 full ranks. You wouldn't happen to be someone well-versed in weapons, explosives, and/or advanced hand-to-hand fighting, would you? And, you know, work cheap?
Definitely.
Oh, good. Someone competent and undemanding. If the Raps aren't here, they've got to be on the creature combat conditioning deck. Unbound and undoubtedly pugnacious. This here card will give you access to the elevator at market compliance. That, in turn, is behind the value-added esplanade next to the entrance to head office tower. See any Raps loose there? Shoot, explode, or thwack them unsparingly.
I've exterminated my share of dim-witted life forms in my career, but the task before us doesn't sound very sporting.
It doesn't, does it?
You go on ahead. I'm shilly-shallying about what to do.
Please have identification, transfer work, and a reasonable bribe at the ready.
A reasonable bribe.
You're not a transfer or visiting Auntie's Choice employee. I'll need to check your current standing with corporate affairs. Alrighty. Commencing review. Estimated wait time? Unknown. Really? Reads like a recap of an Aetherwave drama. You're clearly a valued partner of Auntie's Choice, but your standing with us could be higher if you accepted our special offer. All it requires is allowing us to affix an Auntie's Choice holo advertorial inside your ship, so you can bear our messaging with pride and share it across Arcadia.
Do we get to choose which type of follow advertorial?
Good question. There's only one choice. Auntie's Choice. We'll choose for you.
On the inside, would it make more sense on the exterior?
And Anecdotal feedback from paid experts shows it increases the odds of a ship's crew purchasing Auntie's Choice products by a whopping 11%.
I really don't want to rush. I want to see what we get.
Splendid. Should be ready next time you're back. Enjoy your time on the ACS Undisputed Claim, the pride of Auntie's Choice corporate war fleet. Here's a ticket to the first stop on the Profit Mover Trimicular. From there, make your way through the Esplanade to the head office tower reception desk for details on our exciting contract opportunity.
Where the fuck are we? Client intake. This constant blabbering on the background is so annoying.
This area is for client intake specialists only. So, I admire your go-where-I-want attitude.
Thanks.
Trying to be better than nature. Because nature wants to kill you. Since then, our company has grown people.
You have questions? We have answers. Anything you need to know about this fine location for a minimal price.
Price.
Like whom? Or whom? Or such as?
Does Auntie Cleo live here?
Our illustrious CEO does work here, yes. Don't really see her out and about too often. So perhaps you could say she lives in her office. That's the top floor of head office tower. There's a stop for head office tower on the Trimicular if you've got an all-access pass. Or you can hoof your way there through the value-added Esplanade to get there. No way you're getting to see her without an invite, though. Not sure if she's taking appointments with contractors, but they are hiring outside help in head office tower reception. Need details on anybody else?
Where can I find the peace delegate?
Like most of our execs, she can be found in head office tower. I'd proceed to the reception area. I almost...
Let's check out this side first.
Trimicular. Arriving any moment now. Approaching station.
Thank you for your customer service, contractor.
Still my favorite word.
Alright, so we have to head to the value-added Esplanade.
The ACS Undisputed Claim is not only our corporate headquarters and flagship, it's the heart of our efforts to spread unbridled self-betterment and free trade across the galaxy. Our flagship also sports a bustling commercial promenade where you'll find a wide assortment of products, wares, and miscellaneous bric-a-brac from all Auntie's Choice departments.
Hey you, soldier with the, arm. I got a delivery for you. Got a delivery for an Inez Silong? That you? I mean, I'm sure it's you, considering there aren't many of you folk running about. But I've got to ask, company policy.
Yeah, it's me, all right. Who is asking, exactly?
Hey, just a courier friend. Nothing funny like. A soldier named Ortiz hired me to find you, if I could, and deliver this message.
What's the message say?
Couldn't tell you. The client paid extra for complete confidentiality and prompt delivery. As a reminder, we don't offer return to sender service unless you pay double plus expediting charges. Until next time.
Ugh. Ain't heard from Ortiz in months. When we get back to the ship, let's give this a watch.
Let's do that. fucking face is everywhere. And all this advertisement is crazy.
I'm sure this is impressive to someone.
Oh my god.
But not me.
This is overwhelming.
Your purchases drive our perpetual growth.
You there? Yes, you. I recognize your kind anywhere. You're one of those folks that eats food, and I've got just the sort. Name a food, any food, and I guarantee I got it. Absolutely, unqualifiably, positively guaranteed. Please note that this is not in any way to be construed as a guarantee.
Construed as a guarantee?
Hot, cold.
Some people.
Handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacer's Choice swollen-headed mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations.
Feeling queasy? Seeing made by the finest of Auntie's apothecaries using the most. You'll need to see Dr. Armbruster for. Don't.
Oh, hey, think you dropped something?
Suspicious character.
Yeah, you dropped something.
Word to the wise. Mind your personal effects, intellectual assets, and major organs at all times.
Plenty of opportunists here, eager to take you for all you're worth. You're lucky I found this, thing you dropped. Get me?
Thanks, I think. Dear Maverick Outsider, we, the middle managers of the ACS Undisputed Claim, are done with being passed over. We need to take action. Our subcontract had action through a capable proxy. We invite you to back the steerage, which I'm required to note as sponsored by Storage Slims, to discuss the exciting business opportunity which we believe will be mutually advantageous to both parties. Advantageous. Parsimoniously yours, middle manager, Trombley.
I'm afraid I'm not being paid to talk to you at present.
Oh, they gave me an all access path.
Chewing is for chum. Step on up and pick your poison or your healthy poison alternative. I've got a
Forecast time.
Unrelated, Rick. We market the most miscellaneous missile. One person.
Okay. Another pet. Another pet. A golden weapon. Just sell some shit. Mini rockets.
Loaf and butter of our entire operation. Thanks to our marketing wizards selling this sizzle of incremental...
Okay, there's so much shit here.
experience the most sought-after. Welcome to the Bottom Runger, exclusive home of the Raptidon Bite.
What's in this drink of yours?
That's what everyone, and I do mean everyone, wants to know. No, friend. I finally caught N-rays in a bottle with this one. Not sharing the secret of our success with anyone. However, you are welcome to sample a few and attempt to discern the ingredients for yourself. Not tending bar right now, but my employee here can see to your needs. Mayor...
Need anything? Why, it's only the most popular drink in Arcadia, and you can only get it here at the Bottom Runger. Don't ask what's in it. Even I don't know.
Some bite.
I'm sorry, but I'm quite busy at the moment. There are half-dozen sinks left to clean this shift, as well as one thoroughly formidable latrine, and I... Wait. How terribly rude of me! It's you! You're the one who talked me down from my horrible course at the N-ray range on Golden Ridge.
Archivist Clemens, I expected to see you in a laboratory, not a lavatory.
That would be for a multitude of reasons, not the least of which is because I am an archivist no more. You see, I meditated on your words, and on the events that led me to strapping myself to an explosive threatening to kill us both. Something had to change. I realized that the tremendous question, that of controlling the universe's uncertainty, was too tremendous to pursue. So I sought an environment I could control.
Tell me, Victor, scientician to scientician, how do you feel about this new path of yours? Do you believe it in accordance with the plan? Are you, dare I say it, happy?
I take a simple joy in each latrine I leave spotless.
On a purely theoretical level, I admire that.
You could still use your intellect for the betterment of humanity.
Attempting to better humanity nearly turned me into a mass murderer. The possibility of being overwhelmed by my neuroses is too terrifying to risk again. Intelligence is a powerful thing, and not all wield it responsibly. I am more content here than I ever was as a brilliant scientist. And the fact that I lived to learn this is thanks only to you. I shall always be in your debt.
This is the guy, by the way, from the main quest. I thought he looked completely different, but yeah, who was threatening to blow everything up.
Avail yourself of my
insane that he. I mean, it just makes sense that he appears again. But yeah, it's really cool that they like that.
Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's choice.
They have fucking rockets. 9,000. Let's do a few, I guess. Because they know. Oh, what is this? We'll use.
While the protectors decide what its subjects get, we respond to what you want.
Purple berry product samples! Purple berry product samples!
Senselessly lengthy approval process. Our overbearing neighbors.
Complimentary purple berry comestibles! Compliments of Auntie's choice! Hey, go-getter. Get yourself over here. Look, I'll be direct. We've had our eye on you for some time.
practically a minute all told. And I can tell you're the very thing we're looking for. You possess the sort of rugged, nonconformist, individualist nature that our listeners identify with. Or believe they do anyway. From the meekest flunky to the most milquetoast myrmidon, why, friend, you're everything they want to be.
Sounds accurate. How can a daring, unconventional problem solver like myself help?
There's two things I desperately require. Realism, authenticity. Sure, some might say they're the same thing, but I use both to highlight emphatic weight. We're working on a brand new set of advertisements and need your exact kind of distinct perspective.
Does it pay?
Of course it pays. Not amazingly, sure, but it's a rare chance to make something true and real that speaks to people and that possesses a certain cachet, right? Listen, you've got the stuff that can't be faked. Our listeners are sophisticated. They can see right through anything less than 110% genuine.
I only do it if I get a fat raise.
Well, you drive a hard bargain. Let's say I'll double the imaginary number I had in my head. Now, shrewd negotiations behind us. Let's get started. Step inside. I'll introduce you to our main creative type, Mitt Tarkenton. Why, the things he does with words you wouldn't believe. He'll tell you how we do things, how we sell product. Then you provide your expertise, lend your maverick perspective to help him come up with how. All it requires is you be yourself, unabashedly. Then get paid for it. Head into our recording facility when you're ready. Mitt will be in one of the studios. I'll be right along.
Genuine authenticity.
Sorry, in the midst of composing my latest product-oriented dramatization. Talk later. For a recording session? And I'm back.
No autographs, I'm afraid. Not outside of special appearances. Normally I would, but I ate you on space mail.
Yeah.
Into this. Kit.
Yes? Can I help you? Ah, you appear like a rugged sort. Let me guess. Thessaly sent you.
That I did. This is Mitt Tarkington, advertising copywriter extraordinaire. Mitt, this is our maverick outsider. They've heard the pitch and agreed.
Charmed. Yes, well, dive right in, shall we? To begin, allow me to share a bit on how we shape ideas. Part the veil about this magical art we call advertising.
Who's the audience?
Everyone. If they don't have a need yet, it's our job to give them one. Then provide it. A little background first to frame your thinking. There are 4 personality types we appeal to when writing advertisement copy.
I'm like you.
I'm who you want to be.
I, who have cultivated a persona as a sarcastic doubter, am not normally into things, so you really ought to listen to me about this.
And I just hate that thing that never happens, yet absolutely could.
Any other general questions before we get started?
Didn't understand the other two then. Which of these personality types most identifies with Maverick Outsider?
Somehow all of them, apparently.
Even the most buttoned-down rule follower imagines themselves a rebel in some way.
All right. I'll ask a few questions about your singular way of looking at things. Then, translate your unique perspective into lines for the ad. Now, first question. How can we best understand those like you?
Any insight on your kind of unique perspective?
We're mysterious, unscrutable, defying both categorization and understanding.
So, to refer to you, I'll just make something up. Calling all, Mongol lumps. You know who you are. Next question. How do we best illustrate credibility? Say, through something you know, or hate.
Thoroughly appropriating the handiwork of talented peers.
Right. Maybe you know an opportunity when you see it, and take it. What's an aspirational goal for those who identify with you?
Happy and content.
Okay, perfect. How about your needs are different than everyone else's? Last question. What do you desire most out of life? And I should mention we have a little leeway to fine-tune the product offering.
Only the best.
Have just the thing. Now available in purely chemical form. 100% artificial. What nature nurtured, we improved. The only cyst rind you don't need to chew vigorously.
What are you advertising?
Yes. Suppose you might need to hear it assembled to make sense of it all. Just a moment while we put it together. I can already hear it in my head, and it is perfect. All right, that's a wrap. Roll the assembly. Fine work, everyone. Take a good listen.
Calling all, Mongol lumps. You know who you are. You know an opportunity when you see it. And take it, your needs are different than everyone else's. That's why we've updated our premier cyst rinds just for you. Anti-Cleo and Pal's deep-fried cysty bits. Now available in purely chemical form. 100% artificial. What nature nurtured, we improved. The only cyst rind you don't need to chew vigorously.
Basically horrible. Right, anyway. Why do they put here this fucking recording? Can't get in.
Sorry, no autographs.
Sorry. In the midst of composing my latest product-oriented drawing.
People say Auntie's Choice and Sub Rosa are no different. Talk about naivete.
Best choice. I didn't realize the armor upgrades as well. It's much cooler.
Yes, may I help you somehow? Likely by reminding you that this is not the entrance for unwashed service plebes. Please go tell your manager to fire you. Then follow proper protocols, or we'll find other vendors to patronize. Oh, really? You think that you belong in our lounge, dressed like that? 3 cysty pigs in a trench coat would have a better shot at getting in than you do right now. The owner tasked me with maintaining the posh allure of the best choice, and you are hardly the kind of inestimable personage that would be proper to admit.
And what would it take to increase my importance?
A significant contribution to my post-Boniface retirement fund.
Let's not get swindled out of our hard-earned bits, huh? We'll find another way in.
Very well. We can settle for only a minor contribution to my retirement fund. Take it or leave it.
Enough, Grant.
That's the right call. There's no better choice you can make than to buy your way into the best choice.
Ooh, bet they charge 20 bits a bottle here. You look unfortified. Getting enough emulsifiers in your diet?
Mr. Miller Street.
Yes, what is it? I'm very busy and I can't spare the time for... Wait a moment. My old compatriot from Paradise Island! What a pleasure it is to see you again. Much has changed since our last encounter. I'm now Deputy Managing Director of Persons Manipulation for all of Auntie's Choice. It's all thanks to you and the information on mental refreshment that you retrieved me. Now even the most stubborn non-consumers can be reoriented, whether or not they desire it.
I really don't think that was a good idea. Guess you left Core in the dust.
Babylon Carr? I'd nearly forgotten the name. She's yet languishing in Fairfield. Such a shame. Her ruthless battlefield efficiency didn't get her as far as she'd hoped. I hope you'll excuse me. Many people to see, meetings to attend, bits to make. If only I could refresh my superiors, this would all be so much simpler. Kidding. Merely kidding. I would never misuse this wondrous technique. Not until it's perfected. May we meet another time?
Fantastic. I gave an evil corporation the means to brainwash people.
Oh, look at this one. See? They're letting in anyone now. Oh, don't we all? Well...
All right.
See that vent? Give you one guess where it leads to.
Oh shit. Right. So that's how you get around the 2.5 grand.
How did you get in? I'm giving your description to the proper authorities and reporting on you to our upper mid-upper tier retail association. Now please, go anywhere else.
Take your fucking money.
Attend to the actual patrons. Word.
Alright, let's see what's upstairs. One here? There's a doctor. Ah.
Ever miss a limited time offer and wonder about how your life would have been?
Oh.
Dehydrated water. Anti-Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A legend to be handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacer's choice swollen-headed mascot.
At office tower.
What do you have a profitable day?
Was. Profit mover to Mila. Right. I now have an all pass, so I can That's all the
Which
guys.
do you like invading more? The Protectorate or the Order?
All that protectorate is downright unnerving. But at least they don't worship numbers or some such.
I never know what either of them are saying half the time.
You have the look of someone with murderous intent, but no munitions to make it happen. Let's fix that for you. You...
Pop-up gun. Hires aggressive advertising drones to capture a target market, goading them. Automatically reloads whenever an drone dies, but manually reloading costs the ads to be closed. 14,000. Are they crazy? This is so expensive. It sounds like a very interesting weapon. I'd love to try it out.
Well, welcome, future repeat customer. I can tell just by look because you have the kind of... And don't take it personal now. It's a... All right.
Berserker's Bucket. Grants passive health regeneration based on your reserve ammo supply while in combat. What if I use the fucking thing that gives me the bullet mangler? I would have insane health generation, right? By that sometime. Okay, so I think this thing here leads down to this one quest, right? This one. My fucking shield didn't engage again. Right, so I have this thing. Grants temporary shield when activated. Where did I have this from with that the shield automatically pops up? Isn't that a fucking perk? When your health hits 25%, automatically activates. Yeah, it's a perk. Why the fuck is it? Get to the back one there as well. I doubt it.
I'm just like you. Until next time.
But let's go.
I just had word from that old number cruncher on Cloister. Alden tells me you've agreed to continue the work we began at Greater Tranquility Station. Grand. A collaboration between Auntie's Choice and the Order will truly reward all of Arcadia, not to mention the Order itself. If they partner with us, it's only a matter of time before they come to see that profits are a more tangible proof of progress than those unquantifiable theories they get lost in.
Some questions.
Certainly.
Tell me more about you.
Aren't you adorable? Next, you'll be asking me to name a time I overcame adversity in the workplace. What is anyone apart from the function they perform? To wit, I am my job. And I rather think such an esteemed position speaks for itself.
This ship is enormous. Anywhere you'd recommend?
If price matters, there's the bottom runger. Dingy little watering hole on the Esplanade. Not glamorous, but you won't contract anything fatal from the drinks there. Probably. But for a person of means and taste, the best choice is undeniably the finest gin mill on board. They tried to name a drink after me once, but I refused. Too gauche. You'll find the best choice in the upper portion of the promenade.
Can you tell me what Auntie's Cleo's like?
Oh, answering that would come dangerously close to upward communication, which is not something we advocate in Auntie's Choice. Wouldn't want the junior ranks getting the idea that they can review or, law forbid, critique their seniors. Suffice to say, Auntie Cleo is without peer, quite literally. This corporation would be adrift without her as our steady bellwether.
Okay,
Attention, morally gray outsider. The adventure of your lifetime awaits. Hello, daring self-determinativist, stalwart seeker of self-betterment, or rapacious rogue of corporatism. Welcome to Auntie's Choice Esteemed Invaluable Disposable Agent Program.
Disposable.
As in IDA, your assignments will be some of the most decisive and admirable tasks that Auntie's Choice has to offer. IDAs help explore the wilds, plot our path, and shape the evolution of our beloved corporation. And with enough rugged determinism, you might even live to see the results.
What's this IDA you keep talking about?
What? That's you. It's an acronym. EIDA. You're an IDA. You still don't get it, do you? That's okay. We need you brave, not smart. Now, if you'll just exit through to your left, 2 of our top 29 vice presidents are waiting to speak with you. And remember, Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack offers our finest pre-sliced bread and dehydrated water tablets in one convenient package for an additional price. Don't wait for a line to form in front of you. Availability is severely limited. Let this be
Well, wonderful to meet you. C.F. Pendergrass III, Strategic Reconfiguration. It's not every day we have such a capable operative accept our invitation to the undisputed claim. While it was those ill-fated peace talks that got you here, I've kept tabs on you for a good long time.
Yes, we've all kept tabs. Auntie and I have spoken about you several times now. Ursula Ormsby, Proprietary Insight Acquisition. You'll report to both of us. For now.
Indeed. It is our pleasure to meet you, and I am beyond tickled to welcome you to Auntie's Choice.
I'm not really here to join Auntie's Choice. I'm here to help move the peace process along.
yet they are indubitably one and the same. By coming into my employ and helping to secure Auntie's interests, you are directly manifesting a stable future for this colony.
At Auntie's choice, we make things happen. If you want to move something along swiftly, you come to us. If you want to endlessly dither about numbers, talk to the Order.
You, my friend, are being given the opportunity of a lifetime. Auntie's choice has a dynamic new vision, and we need a specific kind of go-getter to make it happen.
What kind of vision?
The kind that changes everything. The kind that turns our universal brand into the brand of the universe.
It's like, you can't get me out of the ghetto. No, you can get me out of the ghetto, but you can't get the ghetto out of me or some shit. That sounds fascinating. Vague, but fascinating. Why do you need me?
We need someone not shaped by Auntie's meritocracy. It serves its function, but our workers tend to focus on rung climbing. We need an individualist who sees unorthodox solutions. A daring, non-conforming perturbation ameliorator to implement our monopolistic mercantile methodology plan.
More succinctly, we are recruiting an expert outside consultant.
What exactly are you looking for this consultant to do?
Be our eyes and ears, act as our emissary, and when necessary, dispense with any competition. I have a plan, a vision that will change the course of Auntie's choice.
Yes, Charles, your vision. Created alongside myself, a team of researchers, slew of marketing experts, a moon-spanning computronic gizmo, and not least of all, Auntie.
Should I come back later? You two seem to need some private time to work out your issues.
Don't allow our banter to fool you. We are valued colleagues who, under normal circumstances, hold each other in the highest esteem.
So true. This particular effort has our nerves a bit high-strung, but we'll still exchange spratwurst platters come the 10th day of presents for Auntie's birthday.
Well, ain't that nice? I can't quite recall the last time I got to swap gifts on a company holiday.
Spratwurst on the 10th day? Neat. How many days of presents will I get if I join up?
Depends on what division you end up in, but there are a lot of days we give out presents. Lamentably, that means buying a lot of presents. Encourages commerce, though, they say.
Tell you what, if you work out as well as I think you will, I'll add you to my own personal gifting circle.
That sounds great.
Wonderful! This is the kind of wily adventure and self-determinism you will absolutely not regret. Your first assignment demonstrates some of the very qualities we need. Something unexpected, or in truth, unprecedented, has happened at one of our repackaging facilities on Praetor.
If I understand correctly, they're having something of a workforce issue. Don't know right how to call it.
The strike.
Well, asking for things. It's strange. They've stopped working. The workers there simply stopped.
Are they hibernating or in stasis or something?
They expressed, and I know this is going to sound more than a bit strange, dissatisfaction. And they said they won't return to work unless things at the plant improve.
Specifically, they stated, until we meet their demands. As though employees have a right to demand anything of their employers.
It's called collective bargaining. They're banding together to express grievances.
And what, pray tell, has them so aggrieved?
It could be any number of things, but most commonly it's terrible management.
Dear law, what a bunch of devious, ungrateful, greedy little prigs! After all the opportunities Auntie's given them to repay us like this, I'm so disappointed.
So what do you suggest we do about such an utterly unheard of situation? It is absolutely imperative that we get those people back to work, whatever it takes.
I'd suggest you negotiate. See if you can find a middle ground between you.
Negotiate? As in, give in to some of their demands? Won't that set a terrible precedent for others?
No, Ursula, it won't, because we won't be the ones doing it. That is exactly why we've hired you as my brand new perturbation ameliorator. You will solve the problem for us, and we will retain absolute deniability.
Sounds like you're looking for a patsy.
No, of course not. We just can't be seen violating a tenet as fundamental to anti-society as employees better do their void-damned jobs.
But you, who are not officially an Auntie's Choice employee, can do whatever you want. Anyone asks about our involvement, and we can disavow it.
I see what I can do.
You'll go to Praetor, meet the plant's overseer, and mediate an end to this lunacy, which gets those ingrates back to work.
I have zero doubt Auntie and I will be completely impressed by your efforts. Unless you disappoint, in which case I will disavow that statement.
These guys are so fucking turncoats. It's insane. Yep. We don't have anything yet to go up.
We took what nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it through artificial means. At Auntie's Choice, we strive to be 100 and...
Right. We've been here, we're just here now. Alright, let's go there. Because I think... I had a quest there too. A group of middling mid-tier middle managers want to discuss an exciting, mutually advantageous business opportunity.
Or we skip the frivolously lengthy approval process our overbearing neighbors employ. Why wait 20 years to bring a new product to market when it can be enhancing people's lives now? As a responsible member of society, we allow you to take part in public product testing, respecting your right to risk a few pesky side effects as an early adopter. At Auntie's Choice, we understand that the marketplace is dynamic, efficient, and well-suited to the shifting needs of our populace. After all, that's what unbridled freedom's all about.
Down and outer.
Sorry, time is bits. Bits is time. Or are, that is.
I'll have you know my panhandling license is completely up to date.
Why, looky here. It's our I see you got our message. Glad you followed up. Now, the question is, are you just here to work an angle, or were you moved by our plight?
I found your surreptitiously conveyed word note real inspiring.
Good, because we need troubleshooters who shoot from the hip and operate at a discount rate for worthy causes, like ours. See, us in middle management, we get none of the credit, all of the blame. Catch hell coming and going, with nary a promotion or raise in sight. Well, we've had it. We pulled our funds to hire a maverick outsider like yourself to collect useful information on 3 local persons of interest to help us climb the ladder.
That's not the... I'm also a middle manager, and that is not the goal. You want me to blackmail them?
Close. We want you to collect blackmail material from them. Well, 2 out of the 3. We want leverage.
First person is Melquiades Alcantara, proprietor of the Bottom Runger. Came up with this new drink, the Raptidon Bite. Everyone's dying to try it. We want the secret recipe. The second is an unnamed individual. Shows up at the Esplanade every day with a mop and an armed escort. What's his story? What does he know?
And why is he always waving at everybody? And smiling, too.
Head back here when you're done with them two.
Who's the third?
The third target we'll talk about after. Sort of a controversial figure around here. Consider him a concern for later. Anything else?
You want that recipe, just get drunk back there. I want in. Drunk back here, I want in.
Oh, nothing so mundane. Alcantara's cornered the market with an innovative concept. Our grand vision is... Okay, wait for it. Now he's done all the work, steal his idea.
Why would a janitor have an armed escort?
That's what we want to find out. And that whole smiling business, anybody that's secure in their place here has to have dirt on somebody. Something that we could capitalize on.
I really don't like
Wonderful, wonderful. Let me see everybody.
plan.
Things are looking up
It's
already.
really not a good plan.
Middle management, here we come.
They want to go from middle management to upper middle management. So stupid.
Hey, mister, any bits to spare?
This is Auntie Cleo. Oh.
Let's go.
Welcome to all visiting Auntie's.
This takes a long time to travel through, right? You have to travel back and forth a fair amount. But there should be a shortcut, like instead of actually traveling the whole way, it just kind of like blacks out and then comes back as you're arriving. Because I don't need to see all of this over and over again. Anyway, there you go.
Well, ain't heard from Ortiz in months. When we get back to the ship, let's give this a watch. It's a watch.
At Auntie's Choice, we strive to be 110% wholly plus artificial. Artificiality is our guiding principle. Enjoy an artificially enhanced existence.
Avail yourself of my restroom at your leisure. I'll clean up every mess.
Get you something?
There was a man here earlier hollering about some special drink.
Yeah, all the yelling. Could listen to that all day, every day. Actually, I have. That'd be Melquiades. Afraid he stepped away to his office.
Where's it located?
He's around the corner to the right, just past the stairs. Likely find him whipping up a fresh batch of Raptidon Bite cocktails. Won't do it in front of me.
You know the recipe?
The drink's quite a hit around here, and it's Melquiades' own proprietary recipe. People would literally kill to find it out. If I did, I certainly wouldn't share it with the likes of you. Stuff sells hand over fist. Think the boss would share that with me? I'm just a lowly factotum around here. I mean, I actually been concocting my own cocktail creations in my odd-off hour. I'm very creative, but, you know, he don't care.
You ever come up with your own secret recipe?
In fact, I have. I once made a drink called Death by Purpleberry and also Zeranium Poisoning. Very high concept. Only a select clientele would appreciate it. Fleetingly. Till next week.
Short on ideas. Then you agonized for weeks that your comment might get back to me. Anxiety gnawing at your
Ooh.
guts.
You look unfortified.
You're here from Melquiades Alcantara? Afraid you're a mite bit late. Investigator Yoshida, Department of Excessive Corporate Malfeasance. Did you know the deceased?
I just stopped by to ask about the secret recipe.
Seems like you're not the only one. Were you aware if you had any business rivals, any disgruntled employees? Deals gone sour?
I just assume everyone in Auntie's Choice is teetering on the brink of murder.
Fair assessment. Not particularly helpful, though.
Am I a suspect?
No. That would make my day if you were to blame. I only cover internal rivalries. As an outsider, you'd be someone else's department to worry about.
I'm free to leave. I didn't know Auntie's Choice had law enforcement, or laws for that matter.
We mostly just make sure no one's sloppy enough to get caught. If they do, we throw the book at them. And it's a large book. Leaves quite a mark. Of course we have laws. Anyone breaks a few in a flagrant or particularly inept fashion, they need to be held accountable, or everyone's bottom line suffers. You're clear to saunter freely. Well. But remember, taste more and feel less. Anti-Fizzo's number.
Small teams play for keeps. In last week's contest between the Easy Heel Loafers and Spectrum Brand Bandits, I pit our least.
Look who's back. You.
Your boss is dead. Any enemies you know of?
I know one. Valo Andrews, owner of the Best Choice. Wasn't too keen on our success. Melchiah said she's meaner than a bag of Raptidons. I'll miss his wit. The only way I'd ever make it in that place is crawling through a vent. Some of us have pride. More's the pity.
Enjoy the simple pleasure of watching professional athletes bludgeon each other. Such a relatable interest. See, subordinate, I'm just like you. Above the line of scrummage.
What's the way up?
Anti-Cleos was specifically founded to fight what nature inflicts, to offer high quality pharmaceuticals designed to be better than nature. Then our company has grown hateful,
What now? Have an issue with the service? She's in her office. Door to your right. See that you do.
What are you doing back here? No one's allowed. Who left that door unlocked? What are you even doing in my bar? Someone will be fired over this. Then, once they reach the nadir of their sorrows, rehired, only that I may fire them again. And I don't know what you think you're seeing here, but ignore all this.
Those look like secret recipe ingredients. Seems I caught you red-handed.
What? All this? Furtive mixing of cocktails is simply how I relieve stress in a productive manner. It's a Raptidon bite, a unique concoction devised by Melchiah's Alcantara, who was simply my dearest friend. Or was. I procured its recipe from him before his unfortunate passing, and before you ask, yes, I have receipts for everything.
Everyone knows it was you. Just hand over the secret recipe and walk away clean.
No, I don't think so. Now that we have the recipe for this dreadful elixir, our clientele no longer have reason to stray.
You still possess competition in your field. One product does not a monopoly make.
Ugh, whatever. You're frankly exhausting me with all your statements and questions. Look, I see you're going to be a problem. Just cover my efforts and expenses and the recipe's yours. Our patrons are returning already anyhow.
5,000. Genau.
Here you are. All in all, a profitable day. Eliminated an important rival, got paid, and learned how to mix a new cocktail. Might have been a bit too liberal with the Raptidon venom, though. Time for you to blunder out the way you blundered in.
Man, that is fucking expensive.
You're still here? I mean, don't let me keep you. I'm sure you...
I think that was the most expensive thing I've done so far.
Horse comestible! Sample one of our popular horse products. They're completely edible.
Samples from our nutritious tobacco line.
Contrary.
I should be nice to you. You'll probably be my
Close
enemy or
enough.
something.
Hey, didn't you hear me growl in a discouraging manner? The first testee ain't to be disturbed.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm gonna, converserate a little. Just wait over there for me or something.
As you wish. Retreating to hover at a respectful distance.
Sorry, they get a mite carried away most times.
First testee, huh? Sounds like you're an honored guest.
Oh, that. Yeah. Wish they wouldn't say that. Ain't accustomed to fancy titles. Don't mind them. They're here to make sure nothing happens. To me, that is. On account of being a close personal friend of Auntie Cleo. It's all a bit much, to be honest. But I guess it's like Auntie always says. Anything worth doing is worth overdoing completely.
Actually, Auntie Cleo in disguise.
Oh, she'd never do nothing like mopping. Not never again, at least. Anyhow, probably shouldn't just mull about here engaging in idle talk. She saw me, she'd probably chide me for being overly friendly with everyone, like she used to.
For that, you ain't idling, you're networking, expanding business opportunities. That's my go-to line anyway.
Oh, guess I was at that, huh? Thanks. Like your arm, by the way. Mine are just boring metal.
Oh, it saves me from small talk, mostly. Ain't many folk who aren't put off by the limb and avoid me entirely, if I'm honest.
Wait, really? Why, sure. I mean, guess I can't see the harm. Hey, stay here, will you? Me and my new friend here, we're just going over there, to the bottom runger, to talk.
Staying put, but keeping alert as if our jobs and or lives depended on it.
Meet you at the bottom runger.
Come on.
He has no legs and no arms. I can't remember, so I don't think I played this first game right before this. I can't remember meeting him. But I don't, I didn't play the 2 DLCs. I have the feeling one of the DLCs was around 80's Choice. So he might have been in that.
Right, so how does this all work exactly? They bring you a drink, and then people just converserate?
Yes, such polite pleasantries act as a social bonding ritual, with alcohol as a lubricant.
Oh, really? You don't say. I tend to agree, I guess. Indubitably. Ah, this seat looks really comfortable. Oh, I'll stand. Honestly, it's a real pleasure to be here. Me, in an actual saloon, with someone to talk to, I mean. So, you want to start?
Where do you think we all come from originally?
Oh, I know. Earth. Heard 2 assessors say something about it. Not talking to us no more, so guess they're mad about something? As to how I got here, first part I'm iffy on. Auntie's Choice all got sent to a mining place. People hated it, but seemed no worse than where we came from to me. Then everyone started fighting. Next thing I knew, Auntie was in charge. Then we were on a ship a while before getting here. I'm not sure how I got to come along. Maybe Auntie had it sorted, being in charge and all. Eventually, I asked for something to do. I got a note, said pick any job on the ship. I chose this one. Folks back there said they had to guard me. That's the short version.
Auntie's Choice Society is based upon, not because we worship bits, but because of the system's...
Auntie must think highly of your abilities to offer you so many job options.
You think so? Huh. I just thought it was because we've been friends for ever now. We look out for each other, you know, from afar.
Been here long? Where you been from?
Few years, maybe. Hail from Argos originally. Auntie and I both do. Kind of far from here, I think. Had everything. Mining, a garbage pile, sprats, slums, more mining, the works.
I have the feeling one of the DLCs was exactly around Auntie's Choice. And he was this guy that always did all the experiments and then could help someone else become Auntie.
That's a right pleasant way of putting that. It definitely
right.
came a long distance at least. Reckon that's an ample amount of small talk, huh? What other sort of stuff you want to talk about? The weather, maybe?
You started to call Auntie another name before. What did she used to go by?
Oh, Felicity. Felicity Carroll. Dr. Felicity Carroll, eventually. So guess she's Dr. Auntie Cleo now, technically? If that's how that works? She came to be lead scientist of research and development at Numa Experimental Station. I knew her when she was just Felicity, back in the good old days, when the company still did, you know, human testing first, instead of just letting stuff willy-nilly out into the wild like now. I was her best test subject.
Exactly. I didn't... I can somehow remember this, but I don't... It wasn't part of the main game.
Well, I guess she remembers, huh? And now you do too, so, like, 3 alive folks out of everybody. Guess that makes us kind of special, don't it? Rarefied company.
He was basically doing all the experiments because he was in love with her. So what was she like back then?
Sure was determined. I'll tell you what. Made her own healing grease in a rusty old can of Spacer's Chaw. Got one of them entry science jobs at Auntie Cleo. You know, the corporation, not the person. Was a whole different person back then, if you can believe it. Started scaling the corporate ladder right quick. Weren't too long before she left the colony completely.
Was it a video? I have the feeling it was a video. She doubtlessly regretted leaving you behind.
You think? I'd sure like to think so. Not that I'd want her to feel bad or sad or nothing. Aw, you got me reminiscing something fierce. Did I mention she and I shared an expired chum bar once? Good times.
You had food once? Is that? Is that so? Recall anything else about her of, I don't know, even greater import?
Maybe I can remember other important things like that. I'll sure try. You know, this is nice. Talking like this is much better than when the other person just ambles off like they never heard you.
How did she become Auntie?
All I know is one day, Felicity said she was up for a promotion to be Auntie. Said it was an idea that went through every generation or some such. Auntie, she told me once she needed to climb to the top no matter what. But that she was real sorry about the people she had to step on to get there, though.
Honestly, hearing that would drive me to a drink. Let's drink.
Sure. Is that a further reason people do it? Because I don't think it's for the taste.
There have been how many aunties?
That's not exactly something I've been privy to, you know, per se. All I know is Aunties has been around a lot longer than I have, and there's always been an Auntie. Can't see anyone else coming after my Auntie, though. Wouldn't imagine she'd allow it. But I don't know. Maybe the job ain't cracked up like it seems.
I'm sure your anti-Cleo was the best one yet. What with you as a friend?
Well, thanks. I don't rightly know how that would have any bearing on it, but I sure appreciate the sentiment. That might be all I want to talk about. The rest makes me, you ever have this empty falling feel? You know, in your chest? Like that, I guess. I don't know, would hate to be rude. You come out with me and all.
He's so nice.
No, there's stuff I can't say things about. Not to somebody I just met for now, I reckon. Sorry. You know what? I haven't felt this springy inside since Fel and I worked the garbage pile in Argos. Like, less bad. Maybe good, even.
He's so fucking nice.
Arriving. Now, approaching station. Head office tower.
Anti-Choice knows that a better you is just 3 minutes away.
Always remember,
She has this halo thing now.
foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's glory.
So she doesn't have any upgrade yet, so hers will definitely.
Decide what its subjects get. We respond to what you want through your decisions as consumers. What's more, we skip the frivolously lengthy approval process our overbearing neighbors employ. Why wait 20 years to bring a new product to market when it can be enhanced?
I done falled off the corporate ladder.
Hey, everybody, look who it is. All finished?
I have the recipe.
Didn't make the drink or didn't make... Oh, I see.
Less we know about all that, the better. But I knew you'd effectuate effectually. Right? Wasn't I just saying?
Met your mystery janitor. His name is Amos. He's an old acquaintance of Auntie.
Knew he was connected. What'd you find out? He tell you any secrets about Auntie?
Or inspiring stories about her career ascent. You know, that might act as encouragement to them like us, presently stagnating in our position of paid employee.
Her real name is Dr. Felicity Caro.
Huh. A rumor had it she was one of the Schuyler line, old money family, type who looked down at anybody who worked for a living. Never seemed like her. I got a whole lot of insightful observations like that, you know.
Wait, there's been more than one Auntie Cleo? Explains a lot, now that I think about it. Like how she ain't a few hundred years old. Huh.
That everything?
These guys are not the brightest. One time she ate an expired chamba.
Whoa! Just like normal people.
That's real relatable. I mean, we all done that, right? But I just never thought she would. 'Cause she's Auntie, you know?
Yeah, like she could eat a bar right out of the paste obtruder. The freshest and least natural it's ever gonna be.
What else?
That's everything.
Those details were highly motivating, both personally and professionally. Real roadmap to success kind of thing.
Diverges greatly from events depicted in Auntie the Musical, the all-singing adaptation of Auntie's life story, which we've all, of course, watched 9 times.
Of course.
Here, for your trouble, from all of us. Now, about that last...
I paid 5,000 and I only get 850 back.
Former Spacer's Choice VIP in the brig. We tried talking to him, you know, to see if he had any useful dirt, but he's kind of mean.
Full of scathing invective.
Belittling, one might say. But, you know, tough sort like you might have an easier go of it.
You need to worry about security?
Nah, they got him set up like in olden times. They let everybody walk up and holler at him, throw produce and such. Whatever that is. You know, we all been chewed out pretty fiercely before. Kind of a regular occurrence, really. But I swear, I ain't never...
I still have nightmares. Sometimes I think I hear his voice, and I start to run.
Uh-huh. Likewise. Future generations will tell cautionary bedtime stories about that day.
He can't be that bad.
Oh, that sounded very take charge. Have to remember that. Okay, we'll make sure you've got authorization to the brig when you arrive. May you effectuate effectually toward the agreed upon goal state.
Do I get the Man in the Moon Man mask?
Mister, any bits to spare?
Because we worship bits, but because of the glorious efficacy.
Oh, okay, I can actually do this.
Trinicular. Arriving.
Live, love, laugh, purchase, and consume with Auntie's Choice.
Break.
Wonderful. More of you.
What the fuck?
Welcome to The Brig by Corporate Compliance. Please do not taunt the prisoners. Thank you.
Not taunt. Don't you mean not taunt the prisoners?
I know what I said, and I meant what I said. Visitors to the brig are required to taunt the prisoners, at least to the best of their abilities.
Got it.
We hope you've deep...
Yeah. Yeah.
Come to jeer at a fallen old rival like all the rest. Swear I heard from everybody else in this rickety tub. So far, I am decidedly unimpressed. Been some sorely lackluster heckling from your colleagues. Clever as barbs weren't clever enough by half. Not expecting much, but go ahead. Try your worst. Let's hear it.
Space's choice is not the best choice.
Oh. I thought you were going to follow up with something there. Well played. A reasonable subverting of expectations. My confusion is humorously palpable. Got anything else?
2 words, big head and you.
That was so hull-headed. It was almost funny. On an abstract conceptual level at least, but only in the most strictly theoretical sense or conjectural way. Well played, I think. Anyhow, you done yet? Or you got more?
The head of yours is like any other small moon. Not attractive.
Har har. Wait, was that a physics joke? Like my mask doesn't have much mass, and therefore has weak gravity. Huh. Maybe you're smarter than you look. You're almost half decent at this. Not especially skilled, but not atrocious. Not good, though. Definitely not good. Don't abandon your present employment by any means. Wait, you didn't come here for the express purpose of ridicule and castigation?
No.
Well, certainly embraced it, though. Respect the flexibility and commitment. So, all right, I give up. What do you want?
You're clearly no friends of aunties. That makes you interesting. Well, how did you end up here?
Frankly, that any of these rung leeches have a thought to spare for me over all the false hopes aunties hammered into them astounds me. Look, I appreciate the attention and all, but does any of this benefit me? Because otherwise, you might as well just jeer away.
I want to know what you did to make Auntie so angry and what you want in return.
Appreciate the directness. A simple transaction. None of this self-determinism claptrap. Just two people haggling out a deal. Name's Himanshu Tegulapalli, regional brand manager for Tau Ceti, Spacer's Choice. Auntie has it in for all of us former reps, but me in particular. Been humiliating Spacer's Choice every chance she gets. You seen those display images mocking the Moon Man, dressed up like a baby? Petty stuff. Being completely one-sided. Till now. No. They'll just eventually switch them back on. I'm proposing a little counter-programming instead. I taped a particularly scathing diatribe earlier. Patch it into the PA system. Let me have my say.
Doesn't sound easy.
The PA system controls are in the back room at client intake. Had it all worked out earlier, before I got caught. The audio cartridge is in an evidence locker in the room behind that desk. Bet if you just ask the guard over there nicely for access, she'd open it right up for you. Wonderful. Should mention while you're on this ship, Auntie's Choice has a few products what might improve your odor, looks, and breath. Sorry, couldn't help myself.
Welcome to... what is it?
Can I get access to the evidence logger?
Well, you'd probably pay me to remotely unlock it. And or ask me in a remarkably debonair fashion. All right. See that door behind me? It's suddenly pleasure doing...
I'm paying so much money on this fucking shit. It's insane.
Commercialism is the foundation that anti-society not because we worship it, but because of the system's glorious efficacy. While the Protectorate decides what its subjects, we respond to...
Attention all employees of this poor excuse for corporate plundership. This ill-conceived, off-brand take on an oligarchy, say what you will, of Spacer's Choice and the other corporations. But none of us ever put big ideas in people's heads. Yes, our workers were beaten down by a real system and lack of mobility. But no hope is better than false hope. Right? I swear, everybody in this company is going to be somebody someday. It ain't gonna happen. Anti-Cleo's marketing you a bunch of wishful thinking.
The story of Anti-Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend to be handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacer's Choice woven-headed mascot.
Cool.
The worst impulses of old corporations who unfairly stack the deck against the little person as they tried with us at Tau Ceti. But did Anti-Cleo take Spacer's Choice?
Them raps all taken care of yet?
Yes.
All good news to me, friend. Anything happens down there is not my responsibility. I have ceased all manner of worry and fret. Here's the unagreed upon amount that constitutes your fee.
We took
what nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebalanced through artificial means at Auntie's choice.
Purple berry product sample! Purple berry product sample!
Artificiality is our guiding.
I want to
Enjoy
the
through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals.
Nice work. A sterling performance by both of us. I've been waiting to give everybody here a piece of my mind for some time now.
Now, what's the big secret of yours?
You've heard about the Spacer's Choice and Auntie Cleo merger, I'm sure. But things went down a little differently than Auntie makes out around here. Auntie was attempting a hostile takeover, but we outplayed her, voted her and her execs out. And we shipped Auntie and all her diehard followers out to Tau Ceti as an example. After Earth went dark, Auntie was technically the senior ranking executive in Tau Ceti, and she used that to take over the colony. But everything she's been doing since has been quasi-legal at best, including her being CEO of Auntie's Choice. With Earth being dark, no one has proof to call her on it.
So what will happen when we reconnect with Earth?
This little ruse of hers will collapse and she'll be exposed for every corporation to see. Then, law willing, she'll be executed for treason against a legitimate corporation. If I were Auntie, and thankfully I'm not, I'd say she's betting if she takes over Arcadia, she can prevent all that from happening. Success here leading to success there and such.
Why didn't you put those secrets on the message?
What I had to say was more important. People here needed to hear how bad they've been bamboozled by that self-determinism claptrap. The rest is going to come out eventually anyway. After that, we can all go back to exploiting each other honestly.
You want me to break you out?
No thanks. Once Spacer's Choice is back in control, I'll be running this place in no time.
Okay. Also, that doesn't bode well for me actually wanting to produce the freedom between, or peace, not freedom, between the Order and Auntie's Choice. If Auntie's Choice will go down. But it would mean, I guess, Auntie would have more reason to play along.
Any update on the man in the Moon Man mask? Heard the announcement, assume that was your doing.
Auntie isn't really in charge of Auntie's Choice.
Wait, what?
Auntie isn't really the CEO of Auntie's Choice. She's only getting away with it because Earth went dark.
What? But Auntie said the last message that arrived from Earth was the board putting her in charge. Guess that does sound rather convenient.
Wait, this is bad. Knowing this is not good. This sort of dirt gets a person killed.
Exactly what I'm thinking is going to happen to you.
For an executive decision.
What does the middle manager handbook say to do at a time like this?
Says here, unfinished business leaves one undone. Trim loose ends before everything comes unraveled. Well, that sounds rather dire, you know, contextually.
Just pay me and I go.
Yeah, right. Pay you and you'll go sell this secret to someone else. And someone upstairs will find out and we'll all get killed. Guess the executive decision's getting executed then. Attack!
At least he has like 2.5 grand. Get your money back. Motherfuckers. Oh, man. Actually, please speak to Auntie. I think I would be able to talk to her yet.
Trinicular. Arriving any minute now. Approaching station.
Purchase and consume with Auntie's choice.
More. Alright, cool. So basically, I have to do the quest for these 2 vice presidents first to get enough trust with them to then be able to talk to Auntie. Okay, so they want us to go to Plato and break the strike. Oh, we have her quest as well.
Commander, wanted to chat with you about the cartridge that courier gave us. Ain't heard from Ortiz in, might well have been a year at this point. That's how it goes when you've fallen behind and the others got no choice but to keep moving. If he's spending his hard-earned bits to contact me now, there must be a real good reason. Would you watch the message with me? Suppose I am. He's a good friend of mine, or at least he was. I missed him, but I weren't under any presumptions that our friendship would last the moment our unit was dissolved, or we otherwise parted ways. If something's wrong, I ain't in any position to fix it.
Won't know for sure until you watch, shall we?
True. Thanks, Commander. Would you do the honors and get it going?
Inez, it's Ortiz. Look, I ain't got long. Neither for this message nor for life. I made a mistake. I signed up to get grafted, but it's gone wrong. Should have known when I got to the lab that something was off. It was a secret, they said. We couldn't tell no one. And now my blood's infected and I'm as good as dead. Well, I just wanted to be like you. Throw myself at the problem, wrestle it down. But I should have listened when they told me about how your graft hurt you. How it failed you. I should have reached out sooner. Maybe things would have been different. Please, find that lab on Cloister. It's in an ice cave, but I ain't sure where exactly. They hit it good. Whatever you do, Inez, stop them. Don't let them do this to anyone else. Please.
Commander, I ain't sure what to make of Ortiz's message. He's dying. If it's as he says, I ain't got a choice. I gotta find that lab and put a stop to things. Will you help me?
Yes.
Thank you, Commander. Now we just need to find those ice caves on Cloister. We keep our lamps lit, we ought to find the lab without much of a fuss. I hope.
And I think I would know where it is. It is fucking something more. Ice Ball? Something like that. Frozen Maw. That's it.
Whoa. Commander, hold up. This must be the place Ortiz mentioned. Hard to fathom a lab in those caves. Are you hearing this? It's some manner of distress signal. Encrypted. One of Auntie's, I'm certain, but this one ain't entirely familiar to me.
Encrypted.
Can't unless you have an Auntie's Choice patented codebreaker on your person. Reckon we'll need to find the signal's source. If it's not to do with the lab, I'll be damned. We should press on. What in the void? Whoa, I think I've seen enough death to fill 3 lifetimes. And it don't get any easier. What happened here? He spent his last moments crawling over to this terminal from the wreck. Sorry, friend. Wait. He's got a code breaker on him. Let's see. I'll be damned. That powered up the elevator. Signal's stronger than ever now. These poor bastards must have been responding to it same as us. This must be the lab.
At least Auntie's Choice had the good sense to leave the back door operational. Can't say I'm yearning to see what they've done with the place, though.
I just want answers.
Hello? Is anyone there? I have been signaling for help incessantly. Come quickly. I'm trapped in my office, by the foyer. The others, I fear they might have lost their lives at the hands, claws of escaped beasts. Mind yourself.
That's him. That must be the doctor. He's got no idea an entire squad died trying to fly in here and save his sorry ass.
That's assuming he'd care. I'd give that roughly a 1 out of 10. I've had enough of close calls with Seradium for 1 lifetime, thank you.
Alright, so something happened, the fucking beasts escaped, and they...
Terrible way to end the workday.
To show that I have reported many times that these pressure valves have fallen into disrepair, only to be ignored each of those times. And now I'm out here in the voided cold, attempting to stop this leak from getting worse, and... What was that? Stay back, creature! Ask that doctor for locking the catcher in the gun. This is when I need it!
hate the smell of uranium? It's like benzyl chloroformate and rotten raptidon eggs. Lingers. Soaks into everything.
So let's say I didn't have fucking engineering 4. Right? How would you have gotten through this without it?
Reckon we're the first to ever use this maintenance hatch?
What are they doing in this place? Ain't no purpose for this.
Clear disregard for life.
This is where we all nod and say it's humanity without real monsters.
Right.
What's... Hola, Ortiz? No. No, it ain't him. I thought... Commander, help me make sense of this.
Uh-huh. Now I extra want to kill this scientist.
I had a notion of what I might encounter here. Test tubes, records, some graphs kept on ice, but not this. Law. My heart just about stopped when I saw him. Thought Ortiz had come back, gotten himself in trouble, but... No. This man, whoever he is, he's been dead for a time.
How can you tell it's not Ortiz?
Simple. Ortiz is missing the fingertips of his right hand. Ship hatch accident. We gave him grief about it for weeks. But this man's hands are all right. For all the good it did him.
He doesn't have a right hand.
Damn it. This poor man. The test subjects. Ortiz. All of them are dead. All of them left in ruin by the butchers running this place. All of them could have been me.
Isn't... They are you. Auntie's choice left you to die after you graft failed.
That ain't true. It weren't abandonment. It was breakage. I knew what would happen should anything go wrong. It made me a liability. It endangered my unit. I can't blame anyone else when I knowingly accepted the risks.
It's the oldest trick in the book.
You don't know what you're talking about. All that matters now is finding that doctor. He's got a reckoning coming.
I can pay.
Or if they do, they leave him just lucid enough to answer a few questions. Let's go.
See, he doesn't have a right hand.
Over here! These beasts have me pinned down! Handle them straight away, please! I cannot let my genius be wasted here!
Boy, damn coward. We'll see how you beg when we're face to face. That
Investigating hostile intentions.
Is this the cub that Terminal mentioned? Still breathing, but only just.
Look at that.
Boyd, that must be his mama on the other side of the glass. We were too late for the soldier back there, but not too late for this cub. We should help.
Yes. Okay. It seems I can't do anything yet at the moment.
Poor things. Been there.
Catcher. Deal minimal damage, but living enemies affected by dissolved are automatically stunned. Tranquilized kitters are captured and added as a ship pet.
Another maintenance hatch above us, if we're apt to sneak about.
Perhaps a slyer approach is warranted.
Yeah, I don't want to kill the mom. I know what I need to do. Possible that uniting the cub with its mother will soothe the creatures outside. You need to formulate a stimulant to wake up the cub first. Oh. Sealed.
Mobilizing.
Fuck.
You drive the limit for the damage. Reviving me is in everyone's best interest.
We don't want to. I don't want to kill these guys at all.
been there. Eyes up. I spy a vent.
So how can I... Who's this guy, by the way? There? It's stimulant. Oh, I would need medical 7 for that. Yeah, unfortunately I have to. Guess I can try to...
Perhaps a slyer approach is warranted. That was fucking useless. Like there's nothing else I can do here other than I actually have to attack them. Oh.
Energy transmitter out. Soak up the shock. Energy transmitter active.
intercepted my distress signal.
We got his signal, all right. Let's get the bastard.
I'd offer to bet on how this turns out, but I'm afraid the act might throw off my equations.
I thought there wasn't a person alive who could best the matriarch Ursapod. Yet, here you are. What a show!
You the doctor in charge here?
Indeed I am, soldier. And my, what a picture you are. What exquisite graft work. Might I trouble you for an examination?
So you're the one who butchered my friend, Ortiz. The one who tortured those creatures out there. Who killed that soldier.
What's going on? I don't know any Ortiz, I swear it. I'm just a doctor. Please, don't shoot.
Nice try. We found records that prove he underwent surgery here.
Records? I don't know of any such... Oh, bother. Fine, yes, I did complete a procedure on one Trooper Ortiz, along with 2 others. He eagerly offered himself up for this project's first human trials. Rather hasty in hindsight. I know what you're thinking. Yes, the grafting program was officially shuttered 6 months ago. That was not a lie. But I thought it a shame, and it seems I wasn't alone in that. I was recruited for this unofficial venture soon after. Don't understand the need for secrecy myself, but our sponsor demanded it. I dared not ask too many questions.
Who's the sponsor?
He's some manner of executive. I don't know his name or official title, I swear. My orders came down the long, long chain of command. I'm only doing what I was told.
Enough with the excuses. You absolute wretch. Any scientist with any shred of decency would have refused your position. Your precious data is nothing compared to those you killed.
I sympathize with your friend, soldier. Truly, I do. But if I mourned every failure within these walls, I might never operate again. You must understand that the work we do here is greater than any one life. We can change the galaxy for the better.
Historically, little good has come from experiments as unethical as this one.
According to who? You? If it's not in Auntie's history, it's ancient history as far as I'm concerned. If you require convincing that my experiments have led to many breakthroughs, witness me. My own lungs would have failed without my prototyping of a device to keep me alive. Make no mistake, if you kill me, my research and knowledge will be gone forever. The suffering you've seen here will be nothing in comparison to what I could have prevented.
Show me one good thing you've done for other people.
It's been a long time coming, but I believe I've laid the groundwork for treating injury and illness far better than modern medicine can manage. We are on the precipice of regrowing limbs that had been lost in accidents, reversing brain trauma, nerve damage, mayhaps aging one day. It would be a boon to humanity, and a boon to Auntie's bottom line.
Ah yes, healthcare, the perfect business opportunity.
You jest. But I know many an executive who'd kill for such knowledge. I ain't want a thing to do with it.
Let's not be hasty. I see your graft is a result of revision surgery. Your first go was botched, and you were considered a failure of the program, yes? I know what happened to those failures. Demoted, disgraced. It was horrible business. And yet, you still wear our colors. You want to reclaim your station, don't you?
You don't know anything about what I want.
Avoid this guy, you're no failure, you've proclaimed all you need.
I wish I could agree with you. But I have fallen in the esteem of others. The way the other soldiers looked at me after my procedure, I'll never forget it. Whether I want to regain my position or not doesn't matter. I don't want your help. I will not benefit from the pain of others.
You think there were no victims of the first program? That your existence isn't built off the bones of those who came before? You're no more righteous than I. You simply looked away. Now,
If you stay your hand, I will grant you 2 state-of-the-art grafting parts. They cannot fail. Install one of them, and you'll see my earnest intent. You were never the broken thing they made you, soldier. If you wish it, you may still become a most extraordinary specimen.
No, no. Stop talking. Stay there. Don't make any stupid moves, understand? The adults need to have a talk over here. Commander, I don't know what to do. I came here intending to make him pay for what he's done. And I can't shake the reasons I've seen to burn this place to the ground. But what if he's right? What if something in his work is worth saving? What if this is my chance to make something of my life? To be accepted again?
You're already making something of yourself. You don't need him.
I appreciate that, Commander. But I still ain't so sure that's true. We've grown close, you and I. And you know full well I ain't keen to ask for help, but I can't afford a mistake. I could spare this doctor, explore this research's potential, but if I kill this man and exact retribution for Ortiz, I'll never know for sure what that research might have wrought. And if I do that, there'll be no going back for me, myself one of Auntie's own. Would I even want to?
This is a personal choice, Ines. I'll support whatever you decide.
Thank you. I was just kidding myself thinking I might ever look at a place like this again and feel different. There was only ever one real outcome.
What? Why are you looking at me like that? Don't shoot me. We were in the midst of negotiating.
I have no need for negotiating, Doctor. You brought this on yourself.
Very well. I think that's
Let's
a better
just take
decision.
what we need and get out. I can't stand the sight of this place any longer.
Yes. Horrible place. The cup is just gonna stay here. Do anything. But do this, get this graph installed, and then this will be it for today. It's quite late.
Auntie's Choice is the proud maker of Spacer's Jaws.
I'm trying not to fret about the grits so much.
You ever find yourself with too much disposable income? I got plenty of ideas on how to dispose. Every time I think I'm having a bad...
Space me. What grievous misfortune brings you back to my town? Don't suppose you've been... All that listening to orders proves is that I lack it. Ain't got my faith in Auntie's other You're welcome to loiter around Fairfield if you...
Ah, Inez. Have you come back for a tune-up? I've got just the injection for that. Freezes those pesky muscles right back into place.
No, yeah, a tune-up sounds good. I got a device that might help stabilize what I got going on up on the shoulder. Ought to let me use my graft all the more often. Think you can install it?
Oh, well, this device is unusual and rather ingenious, if I may say so. Hold still, dear. This should take but a moment. There. I dare say you won't be needing any tune-ups in the near future, but I do trust you'll find an excuse to come by for the occasional visit. Where did you find such a device, anyhow? What is it, dear? You look, well, a bit like you've been stung by a terror ray. I've got ointment for that too, you know.
Tell about the labbiness.
There's a grafting lab way out on Cloister that was still operational. Till recently. I found it, Doc. And... Law. I ain't seen any horrors like that.
Still operating? Inez, do you feel all right? The program was shut down more than 6 months ago. Any further funding would be in direct violation of Auntie's orders.
I know what I saw. They were brutalizing folk and creatures. Paying them no mind, giving them no honor, even if they succumb to the process. The doctor there, he killed a friend of mine. And you're telling me you knew nothing of it?
Inez, I swear I didn't. That sounds... Oh, Sovereign's mercy, that sounds precisely like what I would protest with every breath.
The creatures they were experimenting on broke out of their cages, killed most of the staff. But you know what's worse? Keeping a dead soldier's body on display. Like a thing. I found the doctor in charge, still alive, cowering. I killed him, and let his sick aims die along with him. There's no good that can come of his work. Nothing. But this ain't the extent of it, I fear. I need to find out who's responsible for all this.
Oh, Inez, I know you do. But with the program officially shuttered, it would be awfully difficult to ascertain which individual has the pockets to fund such a... Wait. Yes, that does shed light on a correspondence I received recently. A vice president sent a message asking for my presence and scientific expertise to discuss a unique opportunity. I found the secrecy odd at the time, but I do suppose it lines up with your discovery.
How about a name?
His name is Willard Conan, VP of Experimental Operations. The very man who was in charge of the grafting program at its inception. He's... Oh, I know that look. If you mean to do something, I beg you.
Doc, With all due respect, what I do with him when I get there is my own damn business.
I will help you. Vice President Conan's office is aboard the Undisputed Claim, the flagship of Auntie's Choice. I do not know where exactly, as I've never been, but it's my understanding that you will need to present this calling card to gain entry. Inez, all I ask is that you remain safe. A terrible wrong has been done, but do not throw your life away to right it. You might seek justice via other means.
I can't promise anything, Doc, but I'll try. Thank you for everything.
All right, let's install first upgrade, and then this will be it for today.
Commander, I've been thinking. We got the intel we need, Commander. The Undisputed Claim's our destination. When we find Willard and stop this law-damned program in its tracks, Auntie's Choice will get what's coming to them. Been doing some thinking about ending the grafting program for good. It's gotta happen. I just didn't think it would start this way. With me turning murderer. I didn't want to believe you about Auntie's Choice. But you were right. Ain't no better than Spacer's Choice. Making either of them see reason is an impossibility. Our overlords had a saying in Tau Ceti. If you got a rabid canid, you put it down before it maddens the whole pack. They used to say it about us workers, like we were the problem. It was terrifying. But now I reckon I see some sense in that saying. Retribution never came for the folk at the top back then, but it certainly can now. Good thing I've already gotten started then. I wonder if this is what Ortiz had in mind when he sent me that message. He trusted my judgment, knew I always aimed to do right by him and folk everywhere, but he also knew both of us had been lied to when we joined up. The notion that our taking extraordinary risks would pay dividends. Do you think he knew this would be the final straw?
Maybe, but what matters is what you do next. Let's go find this Willard.
Thanks, Commander. Maybe this is what folk mean by the architects setting things in motion. If I hadn't broken my contract, I wouldn't be here. Maybe proving myself was never the intention. Maybe this is what I was meant to do. Suppose we're fixing to find out.
So everyone else is already level 2, right? Okay, so let's also have a look at actually that looks. Yeah, the weapon has this thing there. Come on. Cool. This is an assault rifle. Launcher. Sniper rifle. Alright. Save. And then this will be it for today. So, thank you very much for